We have lots of crazy conversations, but this time you're invited. You're listening to your favorite mother-daughter duo, the Crozier Girls. Don't you love how I'm sitting on my floor and I have my whole setup with my basket, even though I literally have an entire desk downstairs I could go sit at.
Yeah, but you've been at it all day, so I understand why you wouldn't want
That's
to do
true.
that. So,
That's
and I
true.
can see it in your mirror. Like I can see the
Oh,
basket
yeah.
that the computer set up. So funny. So funny. So
Yep.
anyway. All right. Well, it's been a little bit since we recorded.
It has. And I have a pretty big update on something we talked about last time we recorded.
Well, if it's what I'm thinking about, yeah, you've got some life updates.
Oh, this is not about my life. This is about
Okay.
This is about the Louvre heist, something even more important.
Okay.
So we have to come back together and talk about this because so basically they've arrested several people. And but like they haven't charged all of them.
Time out. How many is several?
7, actually.
Okay.
Like, legitimately. Like, actually, like, for real, it's actually 7.
According to the guy on Survivor.
Survivor, yes.
Okay.
What was his name? I don't remember.
I can't remember. But they've arrested 7 people?
Yes, but there's like 4 suspects. So I don't know if they let the other 3 go. I don't know. I just feel like it shouldn't take this long to catch people who robbed like the most famous museum in the world, but that's none of my business. So, okay. So the 4 suspects, so the three of them they're all like in their mid to late 30s, and 3 of them are men and 1 is a woman. And the 3 men are like suspects for the team that actually entered the Louvre. And then this article that I was reading earlier today says, a 38-year-old woman accused of being an accomplice. She was arrested, a longtime partner of one of the other suspects. Mm-hmm. So were we right or were we right? She is an accomplice, but she didn't actually go into the Louvre because she's smart, and she was the mastermind behind all of it while her boyfriend and his friends went and robbed the Louvre. So we just had to talk about that because we basically predicted that.
It's valid. It's a very valid point. Very good update. I had not heard that. So anything trending on any kind of social media right now, I'm not up to speed. I've been off for a couple of days. We got some heat from your dad about our comments on that, though. Like that men aren't. We didn't say men aren't detailed. We just said this has a woman's fingerprint all over it. Mm-hmm. The planning and the execution of it. And so I would just say, well done, Crozier Girls.
Yeah. We called it.
Called it. Yep. Nailed it. Yep. Okay. Good update. Thank you for that. Because
of course.
Not been keeping up. So
yeah. And the woman is even denying like being a part of it. I think 2 of the other guys have like admitted like, yeah, it was me. The woman's denying it. She's like, I didn't have anything to do with this business. Yes. She probably she has already broken down the jewels, made money. Who knows?
And she's wiped every hard drive. She smashed every cell phone, and those jewels are either in a safety deposit box somewhere for her to enjoy later, or they are already, halfway across the world to, Australia, some rich jewel dealer. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, good update. Okay. I like it. Let's see. The other thing that we need to talk about, we talked about last time in our podcast, was some Jeep culture. Mm-hmm. And we got quite a few comments.
We did. We also got plagiarized by another podcast. So I think that needs to be stated.
Yes. Are we going to call them out here or let that hang?
We'll let that hang. But like, if you know, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Some of our listeners will know. So.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot of crossover listeners between this other podcast. And I mean, our episode came out on Wednesday and theirs came out on Friday, and they were talking about ducks and Jeep culture. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, one of the participants of that podcast actually has a Jeep, and it's a very bright color,
Mm-hmm.
and the dashboard is cluttered with ducks. So
Yep.
anyway,
Yep.
yes. Okay. Let's see. Anything else like in the way of just updates from the last podcast?
Well, I mean, I guess we can update the listeners on my life. I don't feel like it's as interesting as the Louvre, but
That's true. It's not as interesting as the Louvre, but I have had some people ask me. So I think they
okay.
might like to know your life update. So big news, you found an apartment,
Mm-hmm.
you've signed a lease,
Yep.
and
9-month lease.
you're staying local.
Mm-hmm. I am.
So there we are. There we have it.
Yep.
That's the update.
That's the update. Who knows where I'll be in 9 months, but for the next 9 months I will be here.
So let's just talk about, because I have not leased an apartment in a really long time. Like since Dad and I were first married, we lived in an apartment for about 6 months. So it's been a long time. But it's going to cost more if you sign a 12-month lease than a 9-month lease.
Yeah, like more per month. Like my rent went up like $30 per month. I don't know if that's normal or if that's just for this apartment complex because yeah, I don't know, but I was like, well, I'm not gonna. Might as well just do it for 9 months. Like I'm not gonna do that. So
So that's why it's 9 months, in case the people want to know. Save the $30 a month and just do a 9-month lease.
Yeah.
If you love living there, you can renew it. If not, find
Mm-hmm.
somewhere else. So
true.
anyway, so yeah, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have a very busy weekend and a couple weekends driving to Birmingham to get all your stuff out of storage in order to bring it back here and move it in.
Yep, it'll be a fun time.
Yeah, it'll be something.
I had a very nice friend offer to help me move, and I was like, you don't want to do that. Like, you don't want to be at the apartment when we all get back from Birmingham, my entire family, after having spent the entire day together moving furniture. Like, it's not going to be fun to witness. We'll probably be, snapping at each other. I mean, hopefully not. We all love each other, but it's just going to be a long day.
It's going to be so fun. And the hope is, I think it's just going to be such a fun time of bonding together. I think your brothers are going to be so joyful about doing this. They are just going to be bubbling over with joy and speaking positively. Right thinking, right? Right thinking. That's what I'm doing right now.
True.
But my hope is that when we get down there that Saturday night to Birmingham, my hope is that we can like load the U-Haul that evening. And then when we wake up on Sunday, we can just drive back here. So we don't have to load and unload in the same day. That's kind of what in my head is the plan, but we'll see.
It just depends on what time we get down there. If it's like dark and stuff, we may not want to. And well, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we can talk about
we'll figure that out. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, as everyone listens while we make our logistical plans for Rebecca's big move. Okay. Also, I got some rather sad news for us today, but happy for this person. Your brother called me while I was waiting in a very long line, which we'll talk about in a minute. But your brother called me today. You're the middle one, McKinney. I don't know. I'm trying to be.
Why is she trying to like veil his name as if no one listening knows what his name is?
But he called me today and said, and I could tell from his voice he needed something. Like he was like hoping to like get a favor or something. I'm like, what do you need? And he said, well, I got offered free tickets to the UGA Georgia Tech game. And I really want to go. It's going to be so awesome. It's at Mercedes-Benz, which of course I know, blah, blah. And he said, but do you know what day it is? And I was like, yes, I do know what day it is. And he said, it just means I can't go with y'all to get a Christmas tree. And I said, that's okay. We can't reschedule the Christmas tree thing because it's just, schedules. But anyway, so Buddy's not going to be going with us to get the tree. I know. It's kind of stinky.
That's so sad. That actually makes me really sad.
Yeah, I know. But listen, it's a fun opportunity for him, and I'm really excited for him. So,
Well, I guess I'm excited for him.
and plus, I told him Mercedes-Benz is going to need as many Georgia Tech fans as it can get. So he's going to need to suit up in the blue and gold and, cheer his heart out for the Jackets. So
true. That could actually be a more fun game this year than it has in the past years because Georgia Tech is doing good.
Georgia Tech's doing good. They had a loss on Saturday, but of course that was, wasn't expected that they were going to go undefeated. So anyway, so that's that. We're going to have to go pick out a Christmas tree without McKinney, but he called while I was waiting in line to vote. And let me just tell you about my voting experience today. Okay, on our ballot, we're voting for two things: 2 public service commissioners and a SPLOST, a special purpose local option sales tax is what that stands for. So SPLOST, right? I waited over an hour to vote today.
That's longer than we've ever had to wait to vote in Jackson County. That's crazy.
It's longer than I've ever had to vote ever. Wait in line to vote ever.
Why was the line so long?
I know. So here's the thing. My neighbor is a poll worker. So when I got, first of all, there was some things that happened while I was in line. There were 2 ladies in front of me that one of them was very old. The other one was using a walker. And so another lady came up and said, you guys don't have to wait in this line. If you're handicapped or whatever, you can go straight to the front of the line. And they just weren't sure about that. Like, they didn't believe her. And I said, well, do you want me to go up there and check for you and ask? Because they weren't going to walk all the way up there and then walk, and they were really, I could tell they were nervous to get out of line. And she was like,
would you have to get out of, you had to get out of line to do it?
I had to get out of line, but everybody around me was like, oh yeah, you get right back in. I mean, they weren't going to make me go to the back of the line. So I walked up to the front. There was no poll worker anywhere to be found, but I just kind of walked in the door and talked to somebody so they would think I was asking a poll worker. And I went back and I was like, yes, it's totally fine. You guys just need to get out of line and go all the way up to the front and go, and people will move out of your way and they'll let you in. Well, I had passed a friend of mine in the line while I was going up there to ask. And when she came out from voting, she told me that the one lady's 92 years old.
Oh my gosh.
And the lady with the walker is her daughter that she cares for. So this 90...
Yeah, what?
I know. This 92-year-old lady was standing in the sun. I mean, it was very sunny today. Like, I had to take off my sweater and I was afraid I was going to get sunburned. It was very sunny today. This 92-year-old lady and her handicapped daughter were waiting in this line, and they probably waited a good 20 minutes before we told them, go on up. But 92 years old.
What? That's crazy.
What year would she be born if she was 92?
So, I mean, 100 would be 1925. So
1933.
1933, yeah.
So that's before women even had the vote, right? Like, when
that's
did
before
women get to vote?
World War II.
I know. Hold on. I need to Google this.
That's the 19th Amendment. I think that was before that, Mom.
Women
actually
get the right to vote in America. Yeah, maybe so.
It was before 1933.
Let's see. 19th Amendment passed by Congress on June 4th, 1919, officially ratified on 1920. Okay, so
that's crazy. I had 1919 in my head, so
1919, 19th Amendment. That's easy to remember. We should know that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so she wasn't born before women had the right to vote, but she was born before a lot of crazy stuff took place. And this sweet lady waiting in this line to vote, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. I'm so impressed that this 92-year-old lady was willing to stand in this crazy long line, which it did end up taking me over an hour. And the reason for that is because apparently the city of Houston had a very contentious mayoral election today, and they were voting the same place. So I don't know what's going on in the town of Houston.
What is happening in Houston?
I know. But people were turning out to vote.
It sounds like some small town, Hallmark drama. Probably one mayor, is going to get rid of the Christmas tree farm. But like all the really like stickler people, like they don't want the Christmas tree farm, but then you have like the really nice people who like rallied and they were like, let's get everyone to vote at the polls so we can get the nice mayor who wants to keep the Christmas tree farm.
Right. The owner of the Christmas tree farm decides to run for mayor to try to save his Christmas tree farm. That's what happened.
Yeah. That's so true. That's a good spin.
Yeah, it's a good plot.
And that's happening, I'm telling you.
And at the same time, actually, even better, what happens is the daughter of the Christmas tree farm owner comes home from her city job in New York to save the town and help her dad campaign for mayor to save the tree farm, help her. And then she ends up like falling in love with the mean mayor.
That's what I was supposed to. No, she ends up falling in love with the son of the mean mayor. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yes.
And so then they bring the whole town together. It was a town divided, and now they're all brought together.
Right. And at the Christmas tree lighting, everyone is there, and it's a harmonious time. I think we should pitch this to Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, this is like really creative and original. I really like this.
We've got a winner on our hands for sure. Yeah. So, okay. Anyway, so that was my adventure today with voting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's wild that literally for Public Service Commission, which honestly, who even knows what that is, you know? So
yeah, I don't. So, well, I was going to say, I looked up that 92-year-old woman has voted in over 20 presidential elections.
Wow.
If she's voted in every single one. But I mean, the fact that she's here at 92 makes me think she probably has. So
that's right. Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'd known she was that old, I would have asked her questions when she was standing in line with me. I didn't know that until my friend came out and said, that lady that you helped is 92 years old and she takes care of her handicapped daughter.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my goodness.
I know. So anyway.
Man, that'll probably be you, Mom. Like, I'm going to become handicapped before you will. So you'll be taking care of me.
Walker. I'll be like, come on, let's go vote. All right. Well, what else is going on?
Well, I have a small rant. I think you'll agree with this one. Inflatables as holiday decoration in yards. Now, this may ruffle some feathers. I don't know what our listeners like, but I don't like them. I think they're tacky. They take up space. There's no strategic place in your yard to place them, so they're just like there.
Right.
I don't like them, so that's just my hot take, I guess.
Well, I think this all comes back to you don't love extreme outdoor decorations of any kind.
Don't. I think I'm that city girl who comes back home and she's like, Mom and Dad, like, why are you decorating everything for Christmas like this? Like,
okay, so we're gonna have to go down this path. Okay, but first of all, let me ask you this question about this discussion, because this is actually really interesting. Do you feel that way about all holidays, or are there some holiday inflatables that you are okay with?
No, I don't like any inflatables. Now, I don't feel this way about like all holiday decorations. Like, absolutely, let's decorate for Christmas and like maybe tastefully Halloween, but it's the inflatable aspect of it. I just don't like them.
Okay. There's two things that we need to talk about. First, my friends and I were discussing this recently about how extreme Halloween decorations have gotten.
Yeah.
It's like borderline. McKinney said it's borderline satanic. Some of these houses.
I mean, some of them kind of. Like, why are we putting skeletons and, like, gravestones? Like, that's not really something to celebrate. I don't understand.
Like, gigantic werewolves and, like, things everywhere. It's just a little weird to me. I don't understand it. I literally put out a little pumpkin and a candle in it on Halloween Day. That's it. That's the only.
Right. Pumpkins are cute. Maybe like a little cobweb or something that's like, ooh, there's a spider. I don't know. But like,
some of this gory, really creepy stuff. It's a situation. It's a situation. And it's expensive. Those decorations are
for sure.
They're big bucks. Okay, so good. Glad we agree on that. But the other thing we need to tell our listeners is our neighborhood we have a guy in our neighborhood who decorates crazy lights for Christmas.
It's
And
sad that you're not talking about the same person you would have been talking about.
Okay, well, we
like,
have two people, but
7
right
years
now the
ago.
one I'm talking about is he decorates. I think it is beautiful and I love it. You go down there, it's about a 10-15 minute show. You turn your radio on, and of course the lights go to the music. And it is an event in our neighborhood every year. There are certain Fridays and Saturdays where like cars are lining our streets to get down there
Right.
to see.
And like it's hard to get out of the driveway. Like it's that many. I know they don't block the
Not hard.
driveway, but
They
it's
don't
still,
block the
it's
driveway.
just like I'm going to take the dog on a walk and like, 50 people are watching me from their cars. Like not, and by 50, I mean 50, like 100%. If there's a family of 5 in each car, there's probably more than 10 cars in the road.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
And last year they branched out and he did this like a different show, but the same type of like LED lights to music kind of thing in another house. So we had 2 houses. It was wonderful. I loved it. But you're kind of a little bit of a Scrooge about Christmas lights and
It's
stuff.
Scrooge, because I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, they're ugly and stupid. And I used to love Mr. Jean's Christmas lights like so much.
Yeah, they're
Those
different.
are perfect and beautiful in every way. I guess the showiness sometimes of Christmas lights, if they're beautiful. And I think I just sometimes don't get the hype. I personally wouldn't wait for an hour in a line of cars to watch a show personally, but I'm not, I don't know. I don't know.
But we have in our neighborhood.
I mean, I don't.
You were with us. Remember that one year? And someone we knew was right in front of us, and they like got out of their car. They're like, "Hey, we didn't know you guys lived here."
Oh yeah, when we were like waiting in line right in front of our house.
We were waiting in line in front of our house.
I must have been really bored that night. So
it was so fun. It's just fun. It's like turn on the Christmas music, and it's fun. But also, that might have been the same year that our other neighbor was cutting his grass.
Oh my gosh.
We have videos of this. He was out cutting his grass. It was dark. It was like 8 p.m. Cars are lined up in front of his house waiting to get in the cul-de-sac.
Cutting the grass in his shorts in the dark at like 8 p.m. And again, like 60 people are watching him. So
it was the best. I think the children these days would say that was some serious aura.
Oh yeah. This neighbor has serious aura.
Yeah, definitely. So anyway, we have 2 driveways at our house, and we put up arches that are wrapped in Christmas lights, and you do not care for them, correct?
No, I don't. Here's my thing about that. Which actually we got the idea from the neighbor from Mr. Jean. We got the idea from him. It makes sense for him to have arches in his driveway because his entire house is decked out in lights. I feel like just for our house, we do have other lights we put up, but it's not like, it's just not cohesive, I guess. It's like we go all out in the driveway and then we like have some lights on the bushes. I feel like, I don't know.
Well, I disagree. We have all the bushes
You can disagree.
Lights. We have our little lit nativity out there, and we wrap the trees in white lights. So I think it looks pretty, and it brings your dad a lot of joy. So
it does. I was about to say, Dad loves it, and that makes me happy. So if he's happy, then everything's good. Yeah,
and he does all the work, and so therefore, have at it, babe.
Maybe that's been my ploy all these years, to pretend to hate them so I don't get asked to help. Ever thought of that?
No, because you haven't been home really. So we haven't been doing them for too long. Like you were at college and then.
Yeah, but there's been several times I remember being home and the boys are out there putting them up. So it must have been like after Thanksgiving or something. But
yeah.
Anyway,
it is coming upon that time, and I don't know when I'll do our Christmas decorating. I mean, obviously we have to wait to get our tree since we do a live tree, but we could do some of the other decorating. So.
Well, here's my other thing that is probably controversial. I feel like there's 2 types of people in the world. The people who start decorating for Christmas November 1st, right after Halloween, and start listening to Christmas music, and like it is Christmas season for them. And then the people who like to wait until after Thanksgiving. I fall into the second category because I in my head, Christmas is like winter. Like Christmas is its own season, and right now it's still fall. Like it's still honestly warm outside, and so I want to like enjoy the fall and Thanksgiving, and then we can go to Christmas.
Well, that's fine for you to have that opinion, but the reality is it was colder last week than it is most of the time
Yeah,
in
that's true.
December here. It
That's
could be
true.
70 degrees on Christmas Day.
But it's like the
So,
vibes, not necessarily the weather. It's the vibes, Mom.
okay.
Like the leaves haven't completely fallen yet, you know?
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I think there's a happy median. You won't find me decorating for Christmas on November 1st, but I also do like to kind of have it up. Everything but the tree done by Thanksgiving. So then we can just get the tree up. And that way from Thanksgiving on, we're good to go. Smooth sailing.
That's fair. Yeah.
So,
and it's your
anyway,
house.
but
So you
sure,
can
you'll have
do
your
what
own
you want.
apartment we can do some Christmas decorating in. So that's
Yeah,
fun. You have
That's true.
lots of decor already.
Mhm.
So anyway,
Very
okay,
true.
well, do you have anything else on your list? Oh, do you hear Luna barking?
Yeah, Luna's barking.
I wonder what she's all jacked up about.
Well, I was going to ask you, I got a text from a listener. I guess, did we talk about this last time? Like, I have no memory of talking about this, but maybe we did. But she asked you to drop your World War II book recommendations.
Oh,
So I don't remember talking about that, but I guess we did. I don't know.
okay.
Did we talk about like art? Was it we were talking about like art thieves? Did you talk about like I don't know.
Was it when we were talking about Goodreads?
When did we talk about Goodreads?
When we were having to do that gift for that coworker of Dad's?
Yeah, that was a long
Remember?
time ago.
Yeah, I know. That's true. Luna, I'm gonna need you to stop barking. Okay, we're recording a podcast, and these people don't want to hear from you. That
Yes,
is
they
true.
do. We love you,
Um,
Luna.
So I would have to go and look and see. I just pulled up my Goodreads, which I never go on.
I was about to say
It
you
says
never
I'm-
use Goodreads.
It doesn't, well, but when I read on my Kindle, it automatically posts on there. So it says I'm currently reading 22 books. So I must not have part them read.
That's kind of funny.
But let's see. So there's a couple that I've read recently that were really good. The Women of Arlington Hall was one by Jane Healy. So that one was good. Kind of about like women code breakers, that kind of vibe. So that one was good. Let me look and see. So I've read a couple of these, like the Evie Woods. Her books are really good. The Mysterious Bakery on Rue de Paris. It's very good. And then The Story Collector was another one of hers that was really good. These are not, and The Lost Bookshop by her, Evie Woods. Very good. Loved all of those.
Okay.
I do want to say, these are not creme de la creme of literature. Okay.
Well, who decides that? You know, if you enjoy it, that's good.
They're good stories. They're not like, they're not life changing. They're just
not like
really
the Count of
good
Monte
stories.
Cristo.
That's right. They're not going to be classics, but they're really good stories. There are parts of them that make me really think like about just different perspectives on things, which I like. So anyway, those would be a few. And actually, some of those Evie Woods may not even be World War II fiction. I've read so much World War II fiction, I can't remember it. Right now, I'm reading a series that is kind of leading into World War II, and it's the Knock-Nashi series, and it's about this girl in Ireland, and anyway, it's really cute. I'm really enjoying it. But a couple, Knock-Nashi. Knocknashee series. It's by Jean Granger. But there's another World War II series that I really loved. I think there were 4 in the series. The first one, oh boy, it's going to take me a minute to find the first one. But here, the second one is called The Lost Girl of Berlin. And then we had The Girl from Paris was number 3. And number 4 was The Lost Sister of Fifth Avenue. I cannot remember. I can't find the first one. Anyway, so those would
Wow.
be some of my, yeah, yeah.
You have a lot of
I would say,
recommendations.
I would say we could put them in the show notes, but I don't know how to do that.
So they might be there, they might not be.
They might be there, they might not be. I know
I
that
don't know how to do that.
our podcast can generate show notes. So maybe that's something we'll try to figure out. I can drop some of my favorite World War II. And of course I've read some that, everyone recommends, the Nightingale and some of these others that have been around for a while. Those are all great. So anyway. Okay.
That's good.
I like that question.
Yeah. Well, the last thing I had on my list to talk about was, should we talk about Survivor?
I think we should. I think we need to say what episode we're about to talk about and give people like spoiler alert so they have time to cut and
stop
run
listening.
to.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, we're caught up. So I guess whatever the last episode is. Yeah, we caught up yesterday. But by the time this episode comes out, like a new episode comes out tomorrow. So I guess.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%. Okay. We just caught up yesterday. We literally just.
I thought we were behind too. So I thought what we watched yesterday was just.
I think so.
Was just the one.
Yeah, no, we're caught up. So we have seen through episode 6.
Okay.
And episode 7 comes out tomorrow, aka Wednesday, November 5th. But if you haven't seen through episode 6...
And if you're not sure, this is not really a spoiler. It happens right at the beginning. There is another tribe mix-up, and they're broken up into 3 tribes. So if you haven't seen that, you may want to cut out because we're about to talk about what happened. And boy, one of my least favorite Survivor characters got blindsided. So
it was good. I also think it's funny how Dad didn't understand how much why we disliked her, and I think it was truly a girl thing, because the Sage I saw through her, and I think that no guy would have seen through her. I think it's women can just pick up on when other women are being really, really fake and performative.
Yes.
And it's okay that men, that's just like a girl reading each other thing. That's But anyways, so it was such a good.
That is so interesting. Dad and Micah both were like, golly, why do I hate her so much? And it was, I couldn't even watch her face.
Same. Yeah.
Disingenuous and so fake. And then Sage obviously picked up on it and was able to get, to blindside her.
Because Sage is the only one who's been with her on all 3 of those tribes. So, and she'd already turned her back on Sage. And then she was all like, Sage, I'm so glad we're back together in the tribe. We're best friends. I can't wait to prove my trust to you. And I was like,
we're sisters.
And Sage's facial expressions, iconic. I need someone to create a compilation. Iconic.
Yes. Yeah. Pure gold. Sage's faces are pure gold. And I think you made the comment when we were watching it last night. If I was on Survivor, those would be my faces. And it's true.
Those would be my faces with probably most of the people on my tribe.
The best part is whoever does the editing for the show Survivor is a genius.
Genius. I mean, that person probably makes millions. Smart.
Because the way that she would be, Shannon would be talking and Sage would smile at her and then Shannon would look away and Sage's faces would just be she would be gagging. Oh my God. It's so good.
But also, I think Sage kind of knew how to play into that. She was probably obviously there's a camera on me right now. I'm looking into it.
Right.
I'm going to make a face. This will be good, So props to her.
That's true. Yeah, it was really good.
Well, should we talk about the snake bite guy? That was crazy.
That was crazy. That's been a few weeks ago. So hopefully you've watched. I mean, if you haven't, sorry. But yeah, that was crazy that someone actually got bitten by a snake and had to be taken out of the game. Wild. I've been watching this show since the beginning. Dad and I have, and then you kids as you got older. And there have definitely been several times where people had to get taken out of the game because of medical, but not because of an animal interaction.
Right. Well, and they even said, Jeff said this or someone said this, Fijians who have lived on this island their whole life don't know anyone who's ever been bitten by the snake. Like, it's
Right.
so rare.
And it's a super, super deadly snake. Like,
Yeah.
the guy, it didn't really eject any venom, or they said he would have been dead.
Yeah.
So
he got
it
lucky.
just it kind of like gave him a warning, like, get out of here. Just like a little warning bite. And then,
It's
crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's a good season. Yeah, good season.
Last one before season 50 and all
I
the
know. Season
people
50
come
is
back.
gonna be good. I bet Snake Bite Guy comes back for season 50.
Yeah, I have that thought too. That would be a good. Yeah.
Well, good. Well, anything else? I feel like we've a lot's been going on.
Well, I do have to tell the listeners, the other day, Mom came into my office and I don't know what we were talking about, but I literally wrote down the quote that she said. She goes, "Our real life is so good, but our podcast content, not so much." Because we'll have good, like, banter, like, back and forth, and then we'll be like, dang it, we should have saved that for the podcast.
I think that we just think we're really funny. But we're not.
Yeah.
Like, just I think because we'll be talking and then both of us will just die laughing about the stupidest stuff.
So I was actually thinking about this today. I think that I just think I'm also like, I'll just like be, I don't know if you ever hear me like in the basement, Mom, when I'm working and I'm like not on the meeting. I'm just talking away to myself. Like, I'm just having a grand old time down there, like entertaining myself, like cracking up at my own jokes. Like, it's a great time, like in the head of Rebecca. So
yeah. Well, listen, I'm glad that you're so pleased with what's going on inside your head. That's good. That's really
Are you
good.
pleased with what's going on inside your head?
Inside my head? Sometimes, but sometimes I'm like, oh, that's so dumb. Why'd you do that? Or that was a stupid thing to say. Why did you say that? You should have just kept your mouth shut. Like, I'm constantly like evaluating, mainly because I feel like I say more than I need to most of the time. I talk a lot and then I'm like, ooh, I wish I could take that back. So a lot of time my internal dialogue is like, oh, I should have said that, or I shouldn't have said that, or anyway.
Okay.
But sometimes I do think I'm funny.
Well, you are funny, so you should think it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
I've never had the problem of saying too much, so I guess
you haven't.
Good.
No, you
often
you slowly.
But often I'll think back and be like, oh, I should have said that. That would have been a great thing to say, and I just don't think about it fast enough, like you said. So
Right. I tend to think pretty quick on my feet, so
yeah,
just
you do.
Very different in that way. Anyway.
Yep.
All right. Well, it is coming up on the holiday season. We've got Thanksgiving and Christmas, so
I'm sure we'll have lots of fun stories from
lots of fun stories.
We'll need to make some more bingo cards.
Yes, we will try to make some bingo cards for Thanksgiving and Christmas family gatherings, for holiday gatherings. And we would love to hear your favorite holiday stories. So send us some stories, send us some good content that we can discuss. Or if you have like very strong opinions about holiday things, we would love to hear them and we will weigh in.
That's a good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Like stuffing or dressing at Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
Cranberry sauce or no? Like, some people have really strong opinions about this.
True. I love cranberry sauce.
Yeah. Giblet gravy or brown gravy, right? Like, there could be some real contentious opinions out there. And we love big disagreements. So
we love contentious opinions.
We do. We love to stir the pot. So let us know.
Yeah. Good idea.
So
yeah.
Well, I would say my high point was just over the weekend. I was able to get away for a night with some friends, and it was a lot of fun. We just watched a movie. We played cards. We ate food. We went on a little walk that was great. And so that was just great. Time with friends. And I think we've talked about on here just the importance of like good, healthy female friendships. And so I'm grateful for mine. And so that would be my high point. I think my low point would be I have gotten scammed, is what I will tell you.
What?
I've gotten scammed into being the parent liaison for boys basketball.
What does that mean?
Yeah, and one of my friends told me, "Whoever talked you into that job is not your friend."
Wait, what is that? What do you have to do? I didn't know this.
Well, I'm having to coordinate all the communication between the coach and the parents, mostly for boys basketball. And it's been very unorganized.
What do you
Very
mean? Like, what
unorganized.
is that? What do you mean
Well,
coordinate the communication? Like, can they not just communicate? Like, I
I
don't.
I am putting all of the games, all the practices on the app that we use, Team Snap. I'm trying to get all the details from the coach and put them in the app so that the parents have the information, and it's a tall order. Let's just put it that way. So that's kind of been like, oh my goodness, what did I volunteer for?
Man,
It's not really like a low point, but
it's a stress
I
point.
don't really have any other low point. So anyway, we're gonna see how this goes. And all I can say is, it's my last year having a basketball player at our school. So I'm
True.
going to give it the very best that I have and hope that the parents will show me a lot of grace along the way.
That's
so there
true.
we are. Yeah. Yep.
That's crazy. You? Well, I feel like you'll be good at that job, even though it's stressful. Like it's kind of right up your alley, but I know it's probably a lot.
The problem is we have a new coach this year and he has a lot on his plate, including a full-time job and 3 young kids. And so,
oh my gosh.
Right. And so he's a very good basketball coach, but just trying to help him learn like all of the information that we need. Like, I don't just need game times and game locations. I need to know what time JV is being dismissed from school. Where do you want them to meet to get on the bus? What's the departure time? And then all that same information for varsity for games. So just trying to like gather all the information, make sure the parents know where they can find the information. The beginning of the season has been a little rocky on the communication standpoint. And so I'm trying to get everybody up to speed. So anyway, it's going to get better.
That role is a role that like someone is paid to do at larger public schools. Like they'll have a sports admin person. So that's a lot.
Yeah, the administrative assistant to the athletic director is who does this at public high schools. It's not a parent, but anyway, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to help the school, and it's all going to be fine. But man, it's been a little bit of a stressful week in that regard. So anyway, how about you? Do you have a high point, low point?
I think my high point is on Saturday. I went to my my grandparents' house, Dad's parents, and I hadn't been to their house. I mean, forever, since before I went to Croatia, and just got to hang out with them, and then also look through some of Gran's kitchen stuff and just house things. And she gave me like a full set of really pretty dishes, so that was just really exciting, and it was just like a sweet time to just hang out with them. So yeah,
that's great. That helps you, and that helps Gran, because I know she's kind of wanting to start cleaning things out, and I know it makes her so happy that it's going to you instead of Goodwill.
Yep. Low point, probably just I was just kind of stressed last week about just the apartment, and are you laughing? Are you laughing because I'm downplaying that?
I'm laughing because it was hilarious how stressed you were about it.
Okay, well, if we're being honest, I wasn't stressed. I was just like very anxious, and I didn't know how to make a decision, and I just didn't. I was making what is it, like a mountain out of an anthill or something? What's that phrase?
Of a molehill.
I don't even know what a molehill is. So anthill makes more sense.
When a mole digs in the yard, they kick dirt up, and it makes a tiny little mound of dirt in the yard, like 2 inches. So you're making a big, huge mountain out of like a 2-inch molehill.
Yeah. Okay,
that's a good way to say it.
That's what I was doing.
What you were doing.
Yeah, and I was fully aware that I was making a bigger deal out of this decision than it needed to be. But when you're like in your head and you're overthinking and you're thinking through all the different options, and then you're stressed because the apartment got back to you like a week sooner than you thought that they would, and you have to make a decision really fast. It was a lot. So That was just hard, but it's okay.
It was hilarious to me because you were so in your head. But the funny part was you were like, I know this is ridiculous. I know that
it's because I'm a very logical person. Like,
right.
It takes a lot for me to get in my head a lot of times. Right. So
you knew it, but you were like, Dad had the perfect phrase. He said that it was decision paralysis. You were just completely stuck. You could not make a decision to save your life. And I finally just said, you just want somebody to make the decision for you, right? Because there's no right or wrong answer here is the bottom line.
Yeah.
And you were like, yes. Yeah. And I said, okay, sign the apartment lease. And you were like, okay.
Yeah. So I did.
There you
and now if I feel anxious about it, I'm like, well, can't do anything. Too late.
Right.
Lease is signed. So I'm living there for 9 months.
It's a trial period. It's 9 months, which is this tiniest little blip in the span of your life. And so it's going to be great.
So true.
But, yeah.
But
I am glad for your sake that that's behind you because I know it was a lot, but well done. You found somewhere and I think it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. So
thank you. Yep.
All righty. Well, we appreciate all our listeners. I was told that our last episode that we were a little angry. And so I hope
what?
I know. Well, we were talking about fighting and we were having family meetings. We were like, we got to have a family meeting. So it was a little,
I'm sorry.
Apparently it came off as like we were a little agitated. So I hope.
Well, that's just a normal day for me. So you're welcome. You got a little peek inside a day of Rebecca.
That's right. So I hope that this has been a little bit of a lighter episode for our vast array of listeners. And we are appreciative to each one of you. And hope you guys all have a great week. Thanks for listening.
Bye.